What is up, everyone? Back in the shop, back to our normal beginning here.
Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back. I'm a little out of it. I'm getting over jet lag. It was a crazy trip. The lack of sleep was unreal, but it was all worth it. It was absolutely incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I know it was a little spotty. I definitely didn't do a good job capturing this trip, but I really had a really good time. It was absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to go back. Like, I was like, you know, I ended the trip at such a high at Mahon, getting to do like that legendary line and so much to improve. But like looking back, there was so much that happened to the trip. It's like crazy to think it happened all in one. But as you guys know, the Sonda has a new engine and the swap is just about wrapped up. I Spoon got the headers done when I was gone, and basically we finished everything up prior. So this thing is ready to move under its own power. I'd really like to tune in today, and we're gonna try. I wanna see this thing move. I can't get over how cool this thing is. Like coming back to fresh eyes with this thing, I think this thing is so freaking cool. It looks cool, it sounds cool. Now we're gonna get to see what it does, like how it performs, and well, how it actually on the dyno, and then how it performs on the road, right? I do have to give a huge shout out at the beginning of the video here because I got a lot of help when I was in Japan. A lot of help to make it all possible, right? So I have to give a huge shout out to the boys out at CIVIC for keeping my car safe and at Ebisu ready to go and have a flawless trip, giving me a place to do tires, have parts, do all that stuff to make it possible. And then of course, the boys down at EK Motors for housing my cars and making it possible, and helping me get to the track, help me put the cars together, help me in so many different ways, giving me almost like a home. It feels like in Osaka. It's just an incredible feeling. So guys, make sure you show them love. If you guys want to hop in, check out what EK Motors got going on for you. They have a lot of parts you can get through them that you can't usually get in the States. That's a really, really cool avenue to some stuff in Japan that you usually can't get to. So check them out, EK Motors right here. And I have to give a huge shout out to Austin for holding it down when I was gone. Just making sure he was getting that footage at any time of the night and putting it like,
thanks.
Yeah, and making sure these videos got up for you guys and just making a mess of the footage that I gave him and just made it all work. So Austin,
yeah, we made it happen.
Thank you so much for making it happen. It allows me to go away and be stress-free. So, but now we're back. We got to play catch up. We got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm excited to move this thing for the first time. It like makes it feel official. So let's get this thing started up and hear these juicy ITBs. Thing's got like such a lumpy idle for stock cams.
It's a rumbly 4-cylinder.
It is. It sounds sick.
It's really cool.
It's good for the soul. If you never got to experience like messing with this at ITBs, put it on your bucket list because it just feels good. Like it's just dude energy, right? Like.
We haven't tested it yet.
I think we have to cut a couple spots. Safe to drive. It's on the emergency latch. I think it's ready to go.
Shifter in.
All right. Clutch pedal might need to be rebled. All right, so I did something a little dirty. I never changed the clutch, which I'm probably gonna hate myself in a couple weeks because I'll have to drop the whole drivetrain to change it. But I was feeling a little cheap. But brakes work. Throttle works. Clutch feels like it's made of air. Reverse. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
All right.
Easy, Tiger. You're good if you keep it straight.
It's so crazy. Like we've done so many engine swaps, but I'll never get mind blown every time you move it for the first time. It's kind of sick because it's got way more Honda energy now.
Yeah, exactly. The first time Toy Honda actually lives.
The power steering is like,
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of Honda energy into it. It sounds so much like a Honda.
That sounds like a B series.
Yeah, it really does. The Beam series.
We should make that. Right to it.
It sounds so much like a Honda.
It sounds so much like a Honda. Completely untuned. Good thing the handbrake works. All right, let me do one more loop. This feels sick.
space the hood.
Yeah, 100%. It ain't tuned.
That's sick. Look at that, Toyana's back alive, baby. Nasanda, Toyana, whatever it is.
Whatever.
What's so funny?
She got a new social security card.
That's it, baby. Got a new passport.
This sounds so much like a Honda. Jordy and I were making the joke that it's not a B series, it's a Beam series.
It's a Beam series. That's a good one. That is a B series. Now I can do the joke. What's under the hood? K? Yeah, K. I can do B. Yeah, beams. Why does that feel so much more
right.
right? Right?
Right.
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 Correct.
Right.
Left.
All right, let's actually get this thing on the dyno.
What to expect. Well, I kind of do know what to expect. So like beams, they don't make the most power. We all know this. Like it's actually still weird to me that it's the first time I've ever swapped an engine to less power. It's all about balance, right? So the beams, I think they're known to make anywhere from like 190 to like maybe 225 max. And obviously the dyno always depends on, every dyno reads a little bit differently. Like,
yeah.
So if we could be in that 190 to 225 range, whatever. What I'm going to use my dyno for is to make as much power as we can on this setup, regardless of what the number is. We're gonna make P power, and then we'll see if it's valid when we go to drive the thing. You know, I've driven a couple beam swap 86s. This car's a little bit heavier. I kind of know where to be, but I'm excited to see the power curve. I'm excited to play the dual VVTi because this thing actually has an adjustable intake gear and an adjustable exhaust gear. Usually we only play with the engines that have an adjustable intake gear, so that's pretty cool. The noise and the RPM, that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally shit the bed.
Maybe. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Come on, how much power you want to see today?
204.
204?
How about you?
I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna say 222.
Never trust a Honda.
All right, boys, quick video interruption because we have to let you guys know about a Black Friday deal. We don't have a huge one this year, but we do have some goodies on there. We have some heavily discounted products. We have an overall discount, of course, on all our merch. We have some multi-packs to save you some money. If you guys want to get a multi-pack of air fresheners, a big discount on that. And then Jordy is doing a free gift card on the website to a random person who places an order, and that's between anything on the website. And, of course, last week of the link deals. So hop below, shop email, cop any of your link goodies for some big discounts, and then we're back to normal pricing. Save yourself some funds. Hop below, shop email. Let's get back to work. Oh man, I didn't just spill a bunch of fuel. So we're running this thing on ethanol right now, and the only reason why is because I already had ethanol in the tank, and when we go to the track, every car's on ethanol. So when we bring it to the track, we don't gotta like have special cans for gas. Will we see big gains on ethanol on this setup? Probably not. Maybe 5 to 8 horsepower.
Will it be safer?
But it'll be safer. Yeah, so there's more room for error at the track, which is nice. So really I'm doing it out of convenience, but I don't think it'd be a make, it's stock compression, everything. So it's a convenience thing.
Jordy and I took bets.
Yep.
Yeah, he said 204.
Okay.
I went a little high, I said 222.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm hoping for 230 on this dyno.
All right.
215. Remember, it's not about the size, Austin. It's about the motion of the ocean.
We'll get there with that.
This thing got motion, I can already tell. drama here. Fresh build, fresh issues. So trying to get the fueling kind of in a rough area and it's not working out. We noticed the fuel pressure was actually dropping. And now we had this issue before where it would intermittently drop and I thought I fixed it. I basically replaced the entire fuel system besides the feed line. It's the only thing I didn't replace. Like pump, we even put a surge tank in, new regulator, it's new injectors, a new filter, everything in the swap I changed in the bay. So the only thing it might be now is the feed. So I don't know if the AN line's just old, not up the spec, and it's collapsing or something, but
It's got gummed up ethanol.
maybe it's gummed up.
Yeah.
Who knows? So I'm gonna make a fuel line that goes from the tank around the car into the engine bay.
Just to see if that fixes it.
It's gonna look crazy, but if it fixes it, good, because this thing is driving me nuts. I'm gonna get this thing tuned today. So let's get a really long fuel line. Come on, baby. Alright, it's just long enough. Perfect.
I like this. Jim twisting lines, little dribble of spit on the beard.
What's that?
Don't call him out like that.
Alright, get out of here, bro.
He's official now, using the right wrenches.
Shut up. It's because the Austin grabbed them. I would just use adjustables.
See?
That's why I like the D-Shark fittings. You can't scratch them, so who cares? This sucks.
What if this just starts a new trend?
No.
You know how like the oil coolers like come out of the bumper?
Oh yeah, fuel line over the fucking roof.
That's right. Jimmy's getting ahead of the curve. I don't know if you guys knew, but biggest thing in 2026 is going to be external fuel lines.
I just said we were gonna make a trend.
Yeah.
Wait. You go through the gas?
Through the. Oh, there we go. There. That's what the arrow part is for. Okay, plug your ears because those ITBs will rattle your brain loose. Let me know if the fuel pressure drops.
I think you got to build fuel first. Yeah, you're at like 63 pounds. Just rev it up and check if it drops.
I'm gonna do a couple more times because before it would get worse, right? So, yeah, it's crazy how rowdy the car feels now. The feeling's like pretty like. Feels rowdy. Holy shit! It's good because it's like the car's geared super short too.
This thing is screaming.
Oh, it's so loud.
It is so loud.
Sorry, neighbors. Okay, well, let's start now.
Good to go?
Good enough. This is interesting.
Fucking loud.
So loud, right?
So loud. I like this.
You like this?
I like this. Crazy.
Yeah, you like that?
Over the fucking thing.
Yeah, useful.
Sounds just like a Honda.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
It feels right at home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, first gonna do a first baseline hit. It's gonna be all over the place, but I just want to get one pull done. All right.
All right. Fuel pressure drops?
Pressure is going below 20.
Yep. All right, we didn't fix the problem. That makes sense because the fueling went to shit again.
It's going to 20 or below.
This is what happens. We make a change, and then like for a second, it's like, oh yeah, we fixed it. How many times did we do that?
Everything that we
Everything. You're like, oh, sick, it's fixed. Fuck it, to go do a pull. Come on, Nasanda. I treat you so well. I gave you a new heart. Gave you all the great noises. Put fancy electric steering in you. She's hard work, you know. All right, so the surge tank we had was bypassed. I don't know why. Probably in diag reasons earlier on, but put the surge tank back in. It seems good to go, which means it's probably a pickup issue in the regular tank because the surge tank basically acts as a new fuel tank, a new fuel center. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a accumulation of that feed line and the pickup in the tank. Whatever. I just want to get this thing tuned up, so I think we're good. Let's do our first pull. I think we're close enough to actually do one full hit. Famous last words.
Oh, loud. I
So
love it.
crazy.
Loud.
Just as loud in the front as it is in the back.
Hell yeah, when the front's just as good as the back.
Good. That's a good girl.
That's a good one. Fuel pressure obviously seems stable because it didn't get weird on me. So.
All right, good. That's
Good.
great news.
Yeah, that was 172 horsepower. Wow. It fell off really hard up top, which is why I didn't make a lot of power. It actually made a decent amount of mid-range, which I'm surprised about. Well, let's try to get this thing cleaned up and figure out where she wants to be. Tricky.
What's your verdict, boss man?
I'm trying to figure out why the power is falling off so dramatically. It's surprisingly more mid-range than I thought.
Yeah.
I was really expecting to kind of have like a mild mid-range and then kind of like hold it flat, so then the power can like obviously increase.
Yeah.
Now it actually has quite a bit of torque in the mid-range, and the torque slowly falls off, so it ends up making the power like, you know, tamed. Like you could see it when I get on throttle. It's like,
Yeah.
All right. It's not exactly what I anticipated it to be. It's a little interesting. So if you look, torque comes in pretty good, right? We have peak torque here at 4,800 RPM. And then the torque slowly falls off. There's this hump right here, and then it gets a little weird. So up top, I think we have a feeling issue once again, because no matter what, it's leaning out up top, which is obviously gonna kill off the power, which sucks. So,
The fuel system is haunted in this car.
dude, it's haunted. I've replaced everything. I think I just need to look at it from fresh eyes and just do a once over on it. The weird thing right now is, one, there's a hump right here that I cannot seem to get rid of no matter what I change. Like, I've changed everything you could probably name in the comments. Pretty stable no matter what I do, from intake from the VVTI and the intake degrees to the exhaust degrees to the timing to the fueling to injection angle, like whatever. Doesn't want to really budge on me. And the fact that the torque does fall off, I'd really expect this thing to have flat torque, or at least like, say peak torque would be a little bit lower here and more uniform, or if not higher up top over here. So right now it makes 176 horsepower, but 176 foot-pounds of torque. The fact that it makes the same torque and the same horsepower is not what you'd expect from an ITB 4-cylinder. Usually you'd expect quite a bit more horsepower than torque, right? What I think this is, I'd assume it's like a mechanical flow issue, right? It's a stock cam motor, and we've seen these setups plenty of times before, so we know it's not the camshafts. But the thing that we are doing differently is we are using a different ITB setup than most people use, and we have a custom header. So there is some flow limitations here, and a lot of it, right, the overall diameter of our ITBs is good, right? This is very comparable to other, you know, ITBs on the market. The only thing that's different is we do have different shaped and sized trumpets than, well, the average competitor. So I'm curious if it's literally just in the shape of this trumpet, which is wild. Not only do they have a skinny outside, but it actually has this weird dimple in the middle. We might actually have to play with new trumpets. I think if we could send one off and get a couple different ones 3D printed, I have a couple guys I think could do that for us. We could 3D print some different trumpets on here. We could actually see how that affects power branch, which I think will be pretty cool. Power limitation right now is going to be ITB and exhaust. Like, look at the mid-range. Issue that time, Because all that fuel I tried to put in the top end of the map to make up for the dropping fuel pressure, it just went super rich on me. So we're back to having an intermittent fuel issue.
That's so crazy that it happens sometimes, but not others.
That's like worse than it just not working. You know what I mean? It makes diag so much harder. I want to do a quick experiment. I want to take the trumpets off. Because theoretically, if we take the trumpets off, if we should lose torque, but we should technically gain top end. Well, let's give it a shot and see what it does. Okay, let's see what this does. That's crazy. Interesting results. Okay, let's check it out. Dark blue is trumpets, light blue is no trumpets. And as you can see, we lost our mid-range torque, right? Not a bunch, but we did lose our mid-range torque. And I mean, a little goes a long way with NA. But what we see here is we didn't really gain any more top ends. I was actually really expecting to see a decrease in low end torque and it actually start to like cross over and go above the peak torque. That's what you would expect, right? Yeah. So like, but the weird thing is the curve does look a lot nicer. It looks more uniform at the least. It's weird, right? Because here's the thing. We could talk about airflow forever. We could talk about the fluid dynamics and do all that, but we'll keep it simple, right? The longer runners promote torque because the air is a little more, we'll say, aggressive, more turbulent, right? So the air is coming in more aggressive into this like little tunnel, right? Does that make sense? It's coming in more aggressive, and that aggressiveness,
ram air,
like a ram air, like you just whatever. So it's like naturally has this flow to it, and that will promote torque. That's why like you'll see like the long runner intakes will make more torque than like a short ram intake, like when we went from a stock SR intake to a Greddy intake, right? It's gonna not have that super turbulent aggressive air down low. But then those long runners will create a restriction up top. And of course, with the restriction comes a loss of torque. So you'd expect less resistance, more power, right? That's the broadest way of putting it. Makes sense why we lost torque in the mid-range, but clearly it shows that our top end restriction isn't really fixed because it's identical, right? So there wasn't a top end restriction with those trumpets. So there's something else restricting it. Now it could be basically, I guess, one of two things. So one thing I noticed with these ITBs is they actually put the throttle body a little bit farther forward on the runner than, like, we'll say the Panic one, which is a commonly used ITB, where the throttle body is actually closer to the runner. So having this longer runner right here might actually work as if it's like a longer trumpet. That length is not in the trumpet, but actually in the distance between the throttle body and the head. So it could be that, or it could be the exhaust, but I don't know. It's not like the name of the game was fitting on the exhaust, but I don't see it. I wouldn't see it be a restriction. I really wouldn't see it being a restriction. So it might just be a limitation of the style of these throttle bodies, which is cool. I mean, they make good torque. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want that peak end power, or do you want that mid-range punch? Might be nice because the beams definitely have no mid-range punch. So with these, it definitely will give you more.
For a drift car, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, for a drift car, that sounds perfect. But that being said, like, just running no trumpets doesn't mean you're going to make more peak power. Trumpet design could still help promote that peak power in other ways, and it might still be worth playing with trumpet design. I have a fuel system for the fix anyway, so we have some time, but I do want to go rip it in the parking lot because it's safe to do so. What do you think, Jordy?
You gotta juice it up, Jim.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
More air, more power, right?
All right.
More air, more power, right, Austin?
I think that's how it works.
It almost made 200. No fucking way.
It almost made 200.
I was bullshitting too.
That's a hell of a fan. No, look at it, made more power everywhere.
Oh my god, it made almost 200. Damn, I picked up 12 horsepower.
You know what that means, right, Jordy?
Attach me to the hood with the fan.
No, you also won the bet.
Oh yeah!
How did that actually work, dude?
We did that as a stupid bit. It actually worked.
I'm happy with that curve. We'll just edit that so it looks like, yeah, we made 200 horsepower. Fucking tape that thing to the fucking engine bay.
That was pretty sick.
That was sick. I can't believe that fucking worked. Is that a restriction?
It looks like.
Fucking ready for SEMA.
Nice.
You gotta feel it. I know the number. 200 horsepower doesn't sound very. We're in NA 4-cylinder territory, all right, guys?
Yeah.
What we're playing with. Like, you got an FA20, a B6, a B18. B18s make what, 170, 60 horsepower. People love them. There's a reason for it, all right?
Guess it'll feel at home.
Dude, 200 horsepower. That's husband material. You know what I mean? Perfect size. It doesn't. The fast ones hurt.
He knows from experience.
What the hell? Right to it. And he stalled it.
Yeah, fuel pump disconnected.
Yeah, honestly. And rolling back. Look. Dude, especially with the wet parking lot, it probably felt like 500 horsepower.
Felt like 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Tires are dead and the parking lot's wet.
Hit the corner again, Jim. Come on.
Damn, that was a pretty solid line.
With the fuel line out the window.
The cops come into the parking lot and they're like, yo, are you drifting? Like, no, dude, this is a Civic.
Why was that really good? I thought he was clipping that curb.
Well, it's a blast to drive.
It looks like a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. I'm so happy it's wet out. It feels like it suits the car really well. Because before it like didn't.
Yeah.
It was just like boost, and then now it's just like it's there when you need it. And I kind of like that mid-range because you get back on throttle, it's like a little punch. It sounds right too, doesn't it? Like it matches the look. Yeah. It ain't no SR20, but she'll do. I wish I did this drivetrain first, to be honest. Like, it feels weird, like obviously lowering, degressing it, but I mean, there's a reason why people swap these engines and things. It's not like 200 horsepower doesn't sound like the craziest thing, but
It's got a lot of soul.
it's got all the soul. It feels right, makes the right noises. It looks cool. It's a really easy swap.
Yeah.
Right? Like we just casually did this, like not much planning, we just did it. It's on the slides again, so I didn't say, all right, I gotta fix this damn fuel system, and maybe we'll play around with some trumpet lengths, and then just go actually give her a good test. Like go have fun with it, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't need to be a race car. It just has to be fun. It's like the whole point of it. Like you don't build a real drive Civic to be competitive. That's it.
No.
No, it's just the sake of building something cool. I mean, that's like half the reason why most people do things. You can build 1,000 horsepower, super sick. Get your credit card out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
She's pretty damn cool.
Pretty damn sick. All right, boys, we're back at the drawing board. So I sent Austin off to edit the video so we can get it up for the day. Put the car back in the dyno, and I went out of the get this thing tuned so we can get a video up for today, and everything's great. But if you look, the blue is the last run we did, right? This was the most power we made, it was 186. And as you can see, there's an orange line that's a little bit higher. So, called up Seamus, and I was like, dude, like I should be making more power. And he let me know that I was being way too scared on timing. I don't do a lot of just NA setups too often, especially on ethanol, and I didn't realize how aggressive I actually had to be on timing. I was walking the timing up like I usually would, didn't see much gain, so I capped it, but I was quite a bit off. So I was able to pick up quite a bit of peak power overall by just actually getting after it, and it made about 210 horsepower, which is sick. That's a huge gain considering, right? That's friggin' 25 horsepower essentially, right?
So if we did that and we put Jordy with the fan on.
Yeah, exactly. On top of that, I put the trumpets back on, so we got that mid-range back, right? So we got that mid-range back that we like, big gains. We also kept the peak, but if you notice, there's still a dip here. So I was losing my mind with the dip, and I started tracking more of the data, and I realized the intake VVTi gear is getting stuck on. That is what you would expect to see from the VVTi gear getting stuck on, and I swore I looked at it when we were tuning, but maybe doing too much. But VVTi is getting stuck on, and then it randomly shuts off, and that's why it allows it to increase back up, right? Because the VVTi gear for the inlet is mainly for the download power. There's a little bit of gains having it partially on up top, but it's mainly for the mid-range right here. So if it gets stuck on too aggressively, it'll kill off your peak power. If I can get the gear to not stay stuck on, this should stay flat, which then should allow us to have a little bit more peak power, because the engine no longer has to go from it being lugged a little bit straight to being efficient again. So there should be a little bit more, like, I'll call it like mechanical momentum in the engine that will increase that peak power. So the gear is actually leaking. Have you noticed that? They're spitting oil out of it.
A little bit.
So I don't know if the gear is bad. I played with the ECU settings that control it. Didn't seem that much of effect, so maybe the intake gear is actually bad. I looked it up. It seems to be a common thing. So if we can get the VVTi gear to work, normally we should have a really nice curve, nice flat torque, and I think we should be able to make at least 215. I think it was a little aggressive in the beginning of the video, but I'm actually super pumped I threw this back on the dyno tonight, because we did see these big gains up top. So this is huge. Like 215 is the number we wanted. That's the number we expected. That's the number that is pretty uniform to these aftermarket throttle bodies. So I'll fix this VVTi gear. We'll have a nice power curve, and hell, an extra 25, 30 horsepower out of this thing will be a big difference, right? That's more than 10%.
That's huge. Especially when we're talking about numbers like that.
Exactly. And then we could still play with the trumpet size and length and everything like that later on. But for now, just picture this curved up. Thank you, Seamus, for telling me to get after it. And the Jack Spanner ATBs, great results. If we can get this thing to not get the VVTi gear stuck on, we'll get the results we want, and really shows off that these things are really great bang for the buck. So, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving. After dinner, I'll probably come down and play with it some more and get this thing figured out, and then we'll be good to go. But for now, don't miss out on the Black Friday deals on the Shop Jamil website between our goods, and of course, this is the last week for Link ECU deals. Then it's back to normal pricing, so save yourself some big money and grab your links this week. So for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.
It's sad because I